Rebecca Gabriel and my YouTube channel Living with Spice. It is so lovely to see you again, lovely that you could join me, and thank you. I do hope that in these uncertain times in the world at the moment that you are well and that your loved ones are, and if they're not, we're sending out our love and blessings to you all. It is a very uncertain time because it's a period of change in our lives we've not encountered before. And I do appreciate that a lot of people are going through some significant challenges at the moment. But I do welcome you here. This is a place of love. We are going to do a card reading for the General Collective today for the first couple of weeks of April to give you some insight as to what you can expect in the next few weeks going forward. It will be a general reading, so you do need to apply it to your own circumstances. And of course, I always say that if you'd like a personal reading specific to you, you're very welcome to contact me, and we can do that via Skype or Zoom, a remote session for you. We can be very creative around that these days. So yes, I do hope the reading resonates for you, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. We cannot give answers to everybody, but Spirit will bring forward a message that is meant for you, which is why you've come to this channel today. So let's get started, and at the end I'll tell you a little bit more about my book, The Power of Soul Loving, which is very well positioned to answer a lot of questions around the significant changes that all of us are feeling at the moment. We do have time to do a lot of introspection and reflection in these very uncertain times, but there's opportunities here for us to learn a lot and to make some very positive changes in our life. So we'll get back to that at the end of the reading. All right, I'm just going to reposition the camera so you can see the cards. Okay, I have pre-shuffled the cards today, so we're just going to start with the tarot deck and see what messages come out for us today. This is for the General Collective for the first 2 weeks of April. We ask you, Spirit, for your guidance. What messages would you like us to hear for the first 2 weeks? I've just had several fly out just then. Okay, so wow. All right, so we have the World card. So, a lot of change is happening for us, things, movement. We know that big cycles are finishing and restarting. There's definitely movement in our world at the moment. A lot of big changes, but it feels very positive. There's a lot of changes happening in all aspects of your life, emotionally, physically, in terms of your focus and your purpose in life. You're reevaluating that at the moment. And there are changes to do with your money and your circumstances and your job. So this is obviously going to apply to a lot of people, but interesting that it's come out as the very first card, so that is setting the theme. That's significant change for us all, and I think we're all very aware of that at the moment. The next card is the Eight of Wands, which is indicating, here we go, Eight of Wands. Reaching out, communicating, a desire to want to reach out to others, and sort of throwing out our, putting out and taking the risk to go beyond our comfort zone, to let people know that we're here. So the desire to connect and communicate. So that's probably obvious for many of us as well, that, in this time of isolation and restricted access to everyone, yes, we do have this desire, but it's stronger than normal, and we are reaching out. So for some of us, this change in our life and our situation is actually giving us positive impetus and inspiration to reevaluate our life and to try different things. So the person in this card is throwing out an idea and throwing out communication in the hope it's going to land well. Not so much focused on or being caught up with where or how, but putting it out there and being quite positive and purposeful about doing this. So it could be in terms of making an extra concerted effort to communicate with people. It could be that you're putting out word that you're looking for work, a job at the moment. So you've got things lined up here. All the rest of your wands are lined up here. And so you're taking quite a strategic, pragmatic approach to your communication. So you're doing it systematically. And so if you were someone who's looking for a job at the moment, you've got your resume, you've got your applications lined up, and you're going bang, bang, bang. So that's for some people. For other people, it's a reach out. Normally, perhaps you would not be reaching out to people at the moment. We're being encouraged to reach out through social media, through our internet, if we're doing conference calls or FaceTimes, whatever it is, that we're making an effort to reach out to others. It's got a light, positive, focused, purposeful energy. The next card is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups here, the lady here is very stoic and very aware of her inner world and how she's feeling at the moment. She's very in tune with her feelings and her emotions. And this period of time is causing her to go within and to reflect. And she's acknowledging that at periods of time, she's feeling quite in the depth of her emotions. Perhaps she may be feeling overwhelmed at some times, and then other times it's more a case of observing, reflecting, being aware. And of course, as we were saying at the beginning of the reading, sort of taking this opportunity to slow down. So her energy is very calm, it's very considered. She doesn't mind being in this quiet space. The water here is still, it's reflective. The moon is shining on the water, and we know that the moon is about our emotions and the things that we don't normally get to see. So she's very quiet here and thinking about things, mulling things over. What do I feel? Why am I feeling this? What are my next steps around this? But it's not an action card so much as a card that's illustrating time to reflect in a quiet space, a controlled, considered space for reflection. She's not stagnant. She's not mulling over woe is me. She's lifted herself from her throne. She's stepped up away from her throne, and she's facing what she would like to face at the moment. She's dealing with things that she hasn't dealt with before, emotions, thoughts, feelings that are coming up to the surface. She's quite happy to look at what is being revealed before her in a calm and considered way. So she's in control, and this is a great opportunity for her to take the time to feel measured, open, reflective, quite happy to dip her toe in the water, so to speak. Lovely. I might just put a couple more cards. I'm just feeling what Spirit wants to tell me. So we'll just see what else do we need to know. Oh, we've got 3 coming out there. Now, this was upside down. These 2 are upside down, and this is right way up. And I actually said, before I started the reading, I was actually praying and said I'm not going to do reversals, and then I got told that I should. So let's just see. We've got the 4 of Cups as it was reversed, which is upside down. Now, the 4 of Cups here, normally the energy of this card is sort of mulling over what's been lost and perhaps feeling a bit down in the dumps here. This person is looking at financial loss. But in this particular card, there is one cup that sits up high in the tree, and it's indicating that it is still savings that have still been pocketed away and not touched. And even though some of the savings that we've had in our life may have been lost, and we may be feeling like our cup is empty emotionally, all is not lost. This person is looking quite wistful, and I'm going to say that given this card was reversed, this person has been down in the dumps. This could be you, of course. You've been feeling down in the dumps in the past, but this is changing. And over the next couple of weeks, your energy is going to flip from feeling like this to feeling more inspired. And we do have the sun in the background here. So I do get the sense that soon your energy is going to do a 180. That's what it is. So it started out by being quite down in the dumps and not knowing what direction and feeling emotionally drained. And this is going to reverse. This is going to flip for you so that you are going to be feeling more fulfilled, and your energy is going to return for you. And certainly as you spend whatever opportunities that you have to be in nature, that is going to help revive you and help you to fill your cup in terms of mentally, emotionally and spiritually. So stay connected wherever possible with nature, because it will help you to restore your energy if your energy has been low. We also got the Tower card. So typically the Tower card represents significant change in our life, and we know that's happening for many, many people at the moment. But this card was also reversed, which means that, the Tower, which brings big change, is often depicted as a negative energy. But I'm going to say that in reverse, I'm going to sense that this Tower card is actually going to be an opportunity that's very positive, rather than something that feels dramatic and sad or shocking or whatever. And that's not to say that we may get news that is sudden, unexpected, and we may have an initial shock or not so great feeling around it. But Spirit is letting me know that that's going to be very short-lived, and depending upon the positive perspective that we give this, we can turn something that feels like a block or an obstacle, or to something that becomes an opportunity. And that is up to you, my friends. But Spirit is letting me know that this is your opportunity, and that it is worth you seeing this through different eyes and with a different energy. So rather than taking on board this doom and gloom of sudden change and life never being the same, which, it's very easy to fall into that pattern of thinking, Spirit is saying to me, because the card was reversed, see the flip side of that. What opportunities have been presented to you that you haven't seen before? So in this reading, the Tower card is all about an opportunity that is being presented to you. So check your thinking, check your feelings, and flip it. If you're finding that you're negative and you feel shocked by something being unexpected and changing your world changing, as we know, see the opportunity in it. And I dare say that Spirit is going to be encouraging us to look at the positives in that, and that there is an open door for a way forward. And the next card is the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups is typically an offer, a gesture of something really good for you. Now, if it was to do with a relationship, someone is going to step forward into your life to express to you how they feel in a positive way. So they're not charging in here. They're polite, considered, measured in their approach, but certainly the communication is here. The desire to communicate, the desire to reconnect, the desire to speak is here. So see this as a positive. This is lovely. So if this is someone new stepping into your life at the moment to give you some information, that's great. It could be around a job opportunity where someone is offering you something, or if it's around someone that you know and it's to do with relationships, it could be an opportunity to have, a good clear the air kind of conversation, whether it be family or romantic or friend. It's a gesture that's coming towards you to say, hey, let's talk. So that's great as well. So whether it's job opportunity, offer, or an opportunity to have a good conversation, Spirit is saying go for it. Accept it, receive it as a positive gesture towards you. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Psychic Tarot deck. I've suddenly got a tickle in my throat. Alright, so thank you, Spirit, for the guidance. So changes are happening. Communication. We are reaching out to communicate. So in terms of jobs or people in our life, we're using this time to reflect on how we're feeling about things and seeing the opportunity to flip things around for the positive. So Spirit, perhaps you can elaborate on the changes that are coming forward. What do we need to be aware of in terms of this change and the increase in communication here? So let's see what comes out for the first 2 weeks of April. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we have 4, firm foundation. Right now, number 4 is all about creating stability in our life and the desire to feel secure and stable. So I think for many of you who are concerned and worried about your stability, your security at the moment, you can feel assured that this will be okay. I feel like the message here for those who are looking at this reading, the message to you is that your stability and security is assured. And any actions that you take will be about solidifying your current circumstances. There is a lot of strength here. And as you move forward, I feel that you're being asked to, perhaps if you haven't done this in the past, the opportunity in this time where you've got a moment or moments to reflect in this new state that we're in, that this time round you're a little bit more strategic in your approach going forward, whether it be in relationships, love, financial security, career and job. This time you're going to plan out the steps so that you're building a strong foundation, and it feels like this time it's based on past experience, wisdom that you've gained from, what you've learned in the past. At this time round, you've had the challenges, you've made the mistakes, you know what to do this time, and you're going to take your time to build that foundation so you have a strong future. And I do believe that this is all for, this is going to lead towards great prosperity for you. I do feel that this is this period of change is giving you an opportunity, like a breathing space, to almost like start again and build it solidly by making plans and really thinking about how you want to move forward. So if you've had to really reevaluate your life and things have changed considerably, there's an opportunity for you to rethink things and build your future in a new way, but with strong foundations. So as you do this, Spirit is asking you to connect in with your intuition. We have the crown chakra here. So this energy center is about you receiving information from Spirit, your spiritual guides, being open to new possibilities, things that you have perhaps not considered before, that are more, that the guidance and the inspiration is coming from above, from your higher self. You're tapping into the wisdom that you've learned over a period of time. And this time you really want to integrate this into your plans going forward so that you are building a strong foundation going forward. So, when we're reflecting, we have time to reflect on our purpose and what we're doing and what we've learned from the past. We can build these strong foundations, but it's definitely co-creating with spirit. It's listening to our higher self this time. It's listening to our intuition rather than the fears, worries and concerns of our physical realm. We're getting a lot of external communications from other people, but this time building your future going forward is about connecting into spirit, connecting into your higher self, connecting into your spiritual guides, to God, and building a strong foundation going forward. We have another messenger coming in. We've got, with the times that are changing, we've got a few sevens. This is a 7 as well. And we've got Triumph card here. This is speedy communication coming in. It feels positive. It's an opportunity that's coming to you. You weren't expecting, you're not expecting this opportunity that's coming towards you. It's going to be an offer. It's a message. It's wow. Yeah. You're not expecting this. There's some communication coming into you for you. So it could be a job offer. It could be someone who really feels the desire to speak with you. Just going to pause that. We've got a lot of noise coming from outside. Just a moment. Well, my friends, this is what happens with technology and, I have to start my reading. I have just completed all of that reading for you and I will show you, but I have to start again but I'm going to use the same cards because when I got up to close the door because there was some outside noise, I thought I had restarted the video when I pressed the button and I hadn't. And I just got to the entire reading to the end, which might add was an amazing reading, and realised I hadn't recorded it. So before I carefully place the cards aside, I'm going to show you. This was the reading that I had just finished. All of the cards out here, an amazing reading. So I'm just going to momentarily pause it, clear the space back to where we were, and I'm going to continue with the reading because it's such a great reading and I do not want to miss this opportunity to share it with you. So one moment. Okay, maybe there was a reason why I've had to redo this video because it was going swimmingly well and a beautiful message, but I've resorted my cards and lucky for you, I will get through the reading a lot more quickly, which may be really great for you. So I didn't want to reshuffle and start again because the message was so beautiful and so perfect. So we're going to get back to where we were before. So coming back here, my friends, we had just pulled these cards here. I got that right there for you? Yeah. Okay, and we had been guided to really focusing on building a firm foundation and trusting our intuition around the guidance going forward. And this Triumph card, and what you didn't see when I forgot to press the record button was I realised that this card was not just about a message of an offer coming through, but it was also signalling a victory. That there was a victory within yourself, a realization that everything was coming together and that finally, after such a long time, you were going to see victory for things. Not just manifesting in your life, which is going to happen, but it's also like a victory over yourself and within yourself, that you finally, everything is coming together. And the cards that followed support this. So we'll move on to the next deck, which I pulled was from the Earth Magic deck. And we had these cards come out. So I'll just start with the first two here that came out, Release and Synergy. And the Synergy card is referring to, both of these are healing cards. In fact, three of these healing cards, this is what came out. As we're going through this incredible change on the earth at the moment, there's a lot of physical healing that's happening to our planet. And many of you may be seeing posts on social media about how waterways are clearing. You know, we don't have the number of flights that are happening in the air, so the airway is clearing. For me, there's been a lot more birds outside, and we're not hearing the same amount of traffic on the roads. And so the planet is going through this beautiful healing, but not just the planet. We're connecting in with this energy of healing with the planet. So as we come to quieten our own energy and have this time of reflection, which we've seen with the Queen, we are also healing. So I know there's been a lot of, media about the doom and gloom of people getting the virus, and we're very sympathetic for that situation. But it's also giving us an opportunity to heal in many ways that we haven't before, mentally, emotionally, physically. We know that we're in a period of incredible change where all aspects of our life is going through massive change. Things are flipping around. So this card was beautiful, pointing to the healing in our life. And then we also had, the release card. And this is a card of autumn where we know the leaves are falling. And no matter how much we resist, we can't put those leaves back on the tree. So Spirit is saying, recognize this is a time of change. The seasons are changing. What was old could have been our old things that we were doing, our old ways of thinking and believing, things in our life, physical things in our life that we need to let go of, people, habits, jobs, whatever it is. It's more about the energy of letting go, of releasing, recognizing that things are changing, times are changing, our world is changing, our personal world within us is changing, the seasons are changing. Let's release that energy so that we can heal. The Shaman card is all about ancient healing and wisdom. The planet is healing at a deeper level if we allow it, and we're also healing at a soul level. This time of change is giving us spiritual awakening and an opportunity to spiritually heal at a soul level. And as we do, we are surrounded by our ancestors, our spiritual guides that are helping in this healing process. And if we embrace this time, this quiet time to reflect and to go within, we do experience incredible healing. So we thank you, Spirit, for acknowledging this incredible time of healing for all of us, for our planet, for the seasons of change that we're experiencing, the healing that we're experiencing physically, emotionally, and at a soul level. The other card that came out from this deck is called the Stone People. And this, you'll see in this card, there's this really strong, steady, huge monoliths coming out of a very calm lake, river, ocean, let's call it. And so Spirit is saying this is the time to really focus on being grounded, coming from a place of certainty, tapping into what you know is true and grounded, and being that strong energy, feeling into what is solid in your life so that you can build firm foundations. This is a period of time where we get to plan things that perhaps we didn't before. Now, this triangle represents a really lovely, strong platform here that we're building up to. And this gorgeous man, he didn't get those gorgeous muscles overnight. He did it by being consistent, by persevering, by, applying some routine and discipline so that he could achieve what he wanted to achieve, balance, health, wellness. But this could be, applied to all areas of our life. But it's about persevering so that we can build a very purposeful, planned foundation for our life. Perhaps in the past we haven't done that. Perhaps our energy has been a little bit reactive instead of considered and planned. So this opportunity where our world has been turned upside down and things are changing, we've got a moment in time to really go within and reflect on what's important to us so that we can go forward by planting solid grounding, by being in that solid energy and staying calm. There's calm waters here too. So really building on this solid energy. So yes, that's what came out of that card deck. And then I moved on to pull some cards from, what do we call this deck? The Good Tarot deck. And we got some beautiful cards that came out of this. The first one is the Four of Water, which is very similar in energy. The Four is about foundation building. You'll notice this time, so we've got the physical manifestation, then we have the emotional side of things. This card here is showing us that we come to a place in the early part of April, early to mid part of April, where things are falling into place for us. And after considered time reflecting of what's important, we come to a place where our emotions are in check, we're in control. This queen is calm. She's not afraid to put a toe in the water, to examine her emotions, her feelings, the things that she hasn't had time to look at within herself. The shadow side of things, all things. I mean, you can see here that she's actively reflecting. She's gotten up off the chair. She's not sitting around. She's using this time well to really examine things in her life. And as a result, she moves into this beautiful centered energy where there's balance in her emotions. She has control of her emotions. Now let's say emotions. The emotions are the energy and the feeling of being at one and synergy with what's important to you, your purpose, your passion, the world around you. It's coming together. You are managing things healthfully and well. So you're looking at all aspects of your life from a caring and compassionate place. And as a result, you are able to balance all of the different things in your life. She's very, very cleverly, carefully balancing these balls, these whatever they are, and pearls, and really in harmony and in tune with herself and what she wants to create. This is beautiful creative energy. So she's very calm, very certain. So I love this. This energy is beautiful, you know, and so it's well matched to what Spirit is guiding us to create, this beautiful solid foundations. This is the energy of what you're moving into as a result of what's happening in our world, when we get to stop and reflect and create a beautiful beginning, you know, a beautiful foundation going forward. So this is well done you. This is really fantastic. Things are falling into place and coming together. Now, as part of this process, Spirit is reminding us to be patient. And you'll laugh in a minute, because actually what I might do is just go with this card first. So we've got the Seven of Fire here, which is passion and inspiration and feeling fired up and really going and really sort of recognizing that now is your time to grasp an opportunity of beautiful ideas that you want to just start to bring into creation and manifestation now. This energy, the energy of the horse and the unicorn is, let's giddy up, let's go. And if you're like me, being an air sign, you know, it's very difficult to be patient in these times, because you're inspired and you're ready to do what you love doing. And this is the energy that's coming towards you. The Seven is about having lots of ideas and opportunities, and you're just ready to make good on all of this. And the reason why I laugh is because in the same deck we pulled the card Patience. And that's okay, because Spirit is saying that's great to have that energy, but let's not go off without planning how you're going to manage this beautiful energy and how you're going to go forward. So Spirit's saying, don't forget to be patient. There is a timing around this. She's got her hands on her heart, and there is a clock there pointing to, in time, all things are coming together for you. Everything is going to work out. We've got the stars here to say that Your wishes are being fulfilled, my friend. It is all happening for you. And this time round in your life, you're going to have success and you're going to have the victory because you're building on strong foundations here. You're listening to spirit and your intuition and your higher self. You're getting control of your emotions. You are feeling empowered. And so you can be patient with this process. That's just guidance around this. And you're having victory, which is fabulous. So we must always temper our energy. It's lovely to want to race off and we are feeling fired up as we come into, the Aries energy of April. It is a fiery energy of wanting to giddy up and get going and really loving the opportunities. And Spirit's not saying don't do that, but, you are coming at this from a place of planning and building on your foundations so that you will have victory. And then we get the card 9 of Earth, which is the same as 9 of Pentacles, which means everything that you've wanted is coming to fruition. Your dreams are being fulfilled. You are going to have what you need. The Pentacles or the Earth is all of your resources, your needs being met, and it's being in a place of abundance. Everything that matters to you is coming together. You're having victory, and you're getting a chance to explore what you're so good at doing, of being yourself. So this is fabulous things to come for you. Everything is coming together for you. This is really amazing, really beautiful energy. Beautiful energy because you are creating this energy. This is not something being done to you. This is something that you are coming to because, in the past, you've made the mistakes, okay? You've had the ups and downs. You've been in that place of feeling exasperated and empty and your cups spilt everywhere. But this has changed because in the original reading, this was flipped, which, Spirit is saying that everything in your life is changing and being flipped around. And when this card came out, it was upside down. So you're leaving that energy behind and you're coming to a place of grounded centeredness, right? Where your cups are being fulfilled. You have stability in your life now, your emotions, in your physical aspects of your life, in your spiritual connection. And the Tower card that came out, things have been flipped upside down for your world. You've gone through like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Everything that was has now changed. But the opportunity here is that Spirit is saying, well, what's the upside of this? What is the opportunity being presented to you? And, as a result of you coming at it from that perspective and making the choice to see it from that perspective rather than from fear energy, you get to heal, you get to release what was, and you get to act on your passion and your purpose and come alive with that. And as a result, you're getting victory, So, keep your eyes and ears open. Someone is approaching you with an offer, whether it be relationship or job or whatever it is, the offer's coming to you. You put it out there, you put the energy out there, you put your job applications out there, you reached out, whatever it was, you reached out to the universe and the universe responded and said, here I am. Would you like to take this offer? And Spirit's saying, do it. Take a leap of faith because you're going to have victory. I love it. I'm so excited by this reading. And I'm glad that I decided to continue with this. Be patient with the process, please. Don't rush off. Don't go into fear energy. No need to go backwards. You can't put the leaves back on the tree, my friends. So be patient. You're building something amazing for the future here because, your pentacles are coming in. Your dreams are going to be fulfilled. Allow the time that it takes to build this foundation, remembering it doesn't happen overnight. This gorgeous man didn't get that beautiful body overnight. So, it's a process. It's a process, but it is happening for you. Come from a place of solid grounding, my friend, okay? And then the next deck that I pulled from was this beautiful Sufi wisdom deck. I don't know if you've seen that before. And we got 3 cards that came out of that. And the first one was silence the mind. Yeah, it's very important because, when we go into a place of change, it's human nature to allow the mind to run at 100 miles an hour to get anxious, and that's when we end up returning to this fearful energy. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I've lost everything. Well, that's not true. Things may have turned out differently, but you can see from this reading that is so temporary because you have a massive opportunity. So let's come to this change and transition in your life with calm by silencing the mind. And then when we do that, we come to a place of inner peace. And then we have these aha moments that come in. Ta-da! Lightning strikes from a good point of view. We get the awareness, the spiritual awakening. Oh my gosh, I am just so sensing how so many people are going to wake up and recognize the incredible change that's happening in their life for the better. And as we're going through this period of transition and transformation, we need to, there's a reason why Spirit is saying be patient, because things don't happen, good things don't happen when we're rushed. We don't heal overnight. There's a season happening of change here. The reason why we need to be patient with the process, because it takes time to heal and to make the changes in our life. And as we do, we can do it by appreciating the simple pleasures in life. Now, if you happen to be at home at the moment, working from home like so many people are, now's an opportunity to focus your energy on things that you love doing, that bring you happiness that perhaps you haven't paid attention to before. This morning I sat on my balcony and I had a cup of tea and I went, oh my gosh, there's so many more birds than I ever realised. You may have a book that you want to indulge in, or play a game with the family, or do a puzzle, or clear out the cupboards or the garden, or just the simple pleasures in life where you have a chance to be in your own space and energy, or to do things that you haven't normally had to do. It brings us gratitude. It clears our toxic energy, mental energy, our physical and emotional energy, when we take time just to feel grateful and enjoy our life. Look for the beauty that is all around you, my friends. And the next card from that deck is do not be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. Spirit's with you, watching over you during this period of change. It's just reiterating the same message of letting go, allowing the process to happen. This is so beautiful. Healing, growth, beautiful things are coming for you, my friends. But it's up to you to see that opportunity. If you revert to fear and to panic and to resisting and only seeing what has been spilled, then how can you possibly release and let go and heal? So in order to experience the growth and the healing, we must allow ourselves to come through this from a place of calm and feeling peaceful, and know that Spirit is going to provide for our needs. We do not need to worry about our needs. Our needs will be met. And if we are coming from a heart space too, we're going to be more aware of the people in our life and how we can help them as well. That's all part of the healing. We're in this together. This is a world healing, a planetary healing for everyone, not just for ourselves. That's an important message too, my friends. So lastly, I moved to the final deck, which was Whispers of Love deck, and we got 3 cards that came out in the Whispers of Love deck. And the first card was Honesty is Essential. So this is speaking, there are 2 messages that came from this. There's some of you here who are reconciling a previous relationship. This man here is coming towards the woman who has her back, and perhaps she had turned away, recognizing the relationship or friendship had finished. But he's moving towards her with perhaps an apology or an offer of love or a gesture. There's a red rose here. Please, will you accept this? And part of this is about taking the time to speak the truth, speak the love, speak from a place of love and with honesty. And she's not turning away so much as she's turning her head back. Say, oh, I'm acknowledging this. And we can feel the energy here. She's going to turn around. And of course, that's up to you. But there is an opportunity for a conversation here and for healing. And I feel that these two people actually really do want to have that conversation, to reconcile, to heal. So that's one message. The other one is that these two people are dressed up and at a party and a gathering, and there's a potential opportunity for you to meet someone new. Now, I'm not too sure how many of us are going to be able to do that at the minute, because a lot of us are experiencing social restrictions around that, but it may be about what's to come in the future, that you meet someone new and this person who you don't know is coming towards you. They've been watching you, but you've been unaware of their presence, and they're coming towards you. Perhaps this is a new love or a new person that you haven't met before. And so the mask is telling you, there's very calm energy here. The mask is telling us that you don't know this person, but perhaps they will reveal themselves to you very soon. So there's two messages in that card, and I love that. But what's really important is that, whenever we're starting something new, it's so important to come at it from a place of love, truth, and honesty. And everything about this reading has been about starting things again. Our life having a brand new cycle. And everything that was is being flipped around and changed. And that, Spirit is saying, let's start with good, firm foundations going forward. From a place of centeredness and calmness, where we are in control of our emotions. We spent the time examining what it is that's important and what we needed to learn from the past, what we needed to reflect on. But there's an openness here of wanting to create beautiful things going forward, and this is a result of that energy. So being open to new things, and with honesty. And the next card was this has got a card number 1, which represents new beginnings. There's a lot of conversations happening in your life at the moment, and not surprisingly, we're probably even more focused on communication right now because we're restricted. So that's human nature. We're told to pull away, to go within indoors and not be in public places, and that's we want to communicate even more now. So we're using FaceTime, social media, video conferencing, all sorts of ways to reach out and have contact. We in the very beginning of the reading we had, look at all of these wands lined up, and really wanting to reach out to communicate. Well, communication is high right now. People are wanting that connection. The Spirit is saying, when we're in a situation of listening to someone else, listen from the heart. So in terms of this, perhaps possibly a romantic relationship, and if not, people in your life, important people, family members, it could be. Whoever it is, if you're a coach or a counsellor as well, or you're a mentor for someone's approaching you to want to talk, please listen from the heart. Please listen so that you hear what is being said between the words, that you hear what the person's heart is saying, and you will hear correctly. In this card, there's a lot of imagery around sea life, dolphins, fish, the king of the sea here. So there's a lot of emotions, a lot of connection with nature. So there is a very strong desire to communicate and to be heard. And the shell here is about listening well. Yeah, I love that. So a beautiful message to, if you're coming together with someone that perhaps is a reconciliation, please listen from the heart. Be open to the communication. Okay. And then finally, the last card is a card that says, love who you are. My friends, you're going through such significant change at the moment, but this is beautiful, positive change. You are having victory in your life. That finally, after such a long time, things are coming together. And, this victory card, it's when things are coming together and you start to live your purpose and your passion, the world's going to see it. It's not, you're going to be noticed. So your time has come. So this message here is about you really listening to this is also about listening to you and your higher self and what's important to you, so that you can really fully accept all of who you are and what you have to offer. In this card here, it says, love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. You're so much in your creative energy, and you've really let go. By this stage, my friends, you've let go of all of the things that are from the past, things that have held you back, and you're having now this beautiful awakening in your soul and coming to life. So now is the time to really not listen to people who say that you need to do this or be that, or that you can't do something. This is like your time, your space to be creative and to step into the fullness of who you are and to love that. So it's listening to you too. It's listening to what your heart wants to tell you and what your soul wants to tell you, because you're ready to shine your light. You're full of inspiration, ready, giddy up and go. I'm loving it. This is beautiful creative energy, and it's just a lovely reminder that this is it. Your time has come. All of your needs are going to be met, my friend. Please don't worry. It's all happening for you. So there you go. Second time round, but the message is there for you. A beautiful message, and I'm glad that we revisited it and we finished on a lovely positive note. Yes, times are so different right now. The coronavirus pandemic is not what we expected, and it has come in really quickly in our life and our world. Physically and internally is changing dramatically. But rather than stay in the old energy, we can't, put the leaves back on the tree, We have this opportunity to go within and reflect, see what we need to see that we haven't had time or energy to see before. We have time and space and opportunity to take a different pathway, to flip things around and go, well, what else can I do here? And as you embrace that energy, you start to build a beautiful foundation, good energy here. Offers come in, you can consider it and go, does this match what I love doing? And embrace that and move forward. And life is just going to take on this wonderful new energy, new opportunities. So here we go, my friends. I'm wishing you well. Obviously, I'm wishing you good health and peace. And just before we go, because I did mention at the very beginning, when we are experiencing massive change in our life and transition, we are often placed in situations where we don't have the answers, we don't have something to help us navigate through this change. I wrote a book based on this through my own experiences, and it's, as I mentioned at the beginning, it's called The Power of Soul Loving. This is so beautifully timed and positioned for you to be able to have the answers. This was spiritually guided, this book, channeled, and I am a psychic, and spirit works through me through writing and through these readings, and there are some beautiful insights and wisdom in here. It's written as a guide, so it's very easy, it's not heavy, and you can certainly read it chapter at a time when the need is there, or front to back. It's up to you. There are guided meditations and reflections in there to help you as you're thinking and processing what's going on for you, and that's sort of perfect for that kind of energy when you want to have some time to spend with yourself to answer some questions, but you don't have the answers. Well, the Power of Soul Loving is your guide for that. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, I know this is the right time for you to receive this. And so I'm letting you know it's available online through all online bookstores. In particular, if you go to the website thepowerofsoulloving.com, you can purchase your copy there. It's retails at $28.95 Australian dollars, but I think on Amazon it's 21. I mean, it varies depending on where in the world you're buying it. Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, in Australia, booktopia.com.au, the Book Depository. So it's online, you can purchase it. But if you happen to be local and you're in Sydney, Australia, I have plenty of copies, and during this time where people are experiencing financial hardship, if you contact me personally, you can get your copy at a discounted price of $15. Now, I'm very sorry for people who don't live close to me. I can't offer that. I don't have the ability to factor the costing in with postage and everything, so I'm sorry, my friends. So if you don't live close to me, you can get it online. But for those who do live close by, you're very welcome at the cheaper price while we're going through some financial challenges at the moment with people losing jobs. So it's for a short period of time, but it's there. So I encourage you to get a copy. I think that this is perfectly timed as we're going through incredible transformation in our life. It's a way to navigate through these changes. It's uncomfortable, but when we have something to guide us through the change, it makes a heck of a difference. All right, my friends, I will leave it there. Lots of love and peace to you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.